Hello and welcome. Welcome to this video. I realised that this Spyderco Tri-Angle Sharpmaker has featured in a few videos already, and I realised that I hadn't done a review of it. So this is my review of the Spyderco Tri-Angle Sharpmaker. It is a long time coming. I've had it for over a year now, and I just thought it'd probably be a good time to do a review, seeing as it's featured in a few of my knife sharpening videos. A little bit about Spyderco. They're probably one of the world's most famous, probably most liked knife companies at the moment. That's because they're not afraid to do new things and to give you so many options as an end user, that they don't stick with tried and tested methods that often. I mean, yeah, some of their designs have been around for a while, but every year they're pumping out new and vibrant designs and all the rest of it. Anyway, you probably heard the saying, a sharp knife is safer than a dull one. Of course it is. With a dull knife, you're not sure about the edge, you're not sure about when you put the pressure on a knife onto something, how much pressure you need to put. With a sharp knife, it's just, you know, gentle motion, and especially if you're working as a chef or food prep, a sharp knife, time is money, and it will save you time in the long run if you have a very sharp knife. Anyway, so this Sharpmaker, it was Spyderco's first product. They made it before getting into the knife business. Not a lot of people know that, but they actually made this thing, this sharpening system, before any knives. And their motto was, they made things sharp, and then they made sharp things, which, you know, kind of works. So we'll look at this product. It's quite a distinctive product. It's in this, it's what they call, well, it's black ABS plastic, and the whole of the system is encased in this base and lid. So you've got the Spyderco little logo and the name and what it is, obviously with the registered and trademark little features, and you just pop the lid and you're confronted with this. Made in the USA, patent pending, still after 30 odd years, patent pending. But anyway, we know how long patents can take to go through. But anyway, so in this set you get 2 sets of sharpening stones. 2 sets. They're called alumina or alumina, but I'd say alumina ceramic stones. So you get a pair of medium grit stones, which are brown. They're more aggressive, the stones I mean, and you also get a set of white stones, which are less aggressive. And the medium ones are obviously for aggressive sharpening, and the white ones are for professional grade finishing, they call it. The side ones can be a little bit tricky to get out, the white ones. But there you go. So you get the 2 sets of ceramic rods or sharpening stones. I just call them rods. You get these brass rods, and these are very important for safety when you're using the system. One thing to mention is these are ceramic rods. Ceramic, like glass, if you drop it, it will break, it will shatter like glass. So although they are hard on a molecular level, they, any heavy impact will just break them, snap them in two. It's important to notice on the back they have these furrows, and they're important for allowing you to sharpen darts or fish hooks, anything with a sharp point that you can't really sharpen on a plain edge, just a flat area. So the brass rods do protect your hands while sharpening. I'm just going to do a little demo of how you'd set it up. So this is the base, and I'll just talk about this. So obviously this is a whole ABS plastic box, and there are key slots and holes in the base that are accurately set to get these stones at a specific angle. Alright, so the one that you'd normally go for would be the 40 degree. There's not really much need of going for a 30 degree, but the normal one would be the 40 degree edge. So these are set when you put the stones in, which I will demonstrate, to sharpen to get that 40 degree edge. And most knives, and this is 20 degrees on each side, okay, it's not 40 degrees on one side and it's 20 degrees on each side, and that's important because most knives do have an 18 to 22 degree edge on each side, so that's the one that you'll be using the most. If you do have any problems getting the 40 degree edge, they do have this 30 degree edge, and what that does, which is 15, what that does is that actually increases the angle acutely, which which grinds more, it takes more metal off the edge, so that it's easier then to use the 40 degree and get the 40 degree angle from the 30 degree. I hope that makes sense, but mainly you'll be dealing with this side. So how you'd set it up is you put the rods in. These, I mean, this is safety. You've got your safety in your own hands if you drive a car or cross the street or carry a gun, or carry a knife. Your safety is in your hands, but I would use the rods. So what you do is, depending on how sharp your knife is, set it up like this, and I'd decide which rods to use. So if your knife can't cut paper, or it tears paper, what I would do is I'd use the brown rods first. So you set them up like so, and I've got my knife on me. What you do, this is Spyderco as well, so what you do is you would then, it's difficult for me to show because it's so close, but if you want tips on knife sharpening, go and watch my knife sharpening videos, because the camera is better set up and everything. This is just an example as part of the review. So you do your 40 strokes maximum. Remember, the whole point of this is to get a really fine edge on your blade by taking as little metal off the edge as possible. That is your goal. So you do your 20 and your 20, you'd alternate, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and then you'd move them round on the flat side, and you do 1, 2, 3, that's both of them of course, I'm not being, so you do your 20 on each side there. So that's your medium grip, and then do a little test, have some rough paper. Can it cut paper? Okay. I mean, if it's still tearing a lot, again, you just repeat the process. After you use the medium rods, so they're kind of like the starting rods, the aggressive rods. If your edge is completely messed up, unusable, won't even go through paper at all, you might well think about investing in what's called the diamond rods. These are the most expensive rods they do, I believe. They cost as nearly as much as the Sharpmaker itself, but they are very, very aggressive, and they will definitely get the edge to a point where you can sharpen on the medium rods and get a paper slicing edge back. Once you've done that and you're happy that it kind of cuts paper, you then move on to these fine rods. I've just sharpied them blue on the ends, and the ultrafine I've sharpened red. And it's the same process, it's as simple as that. So you do your 20 on each side, turn them around and do your 20 on the flat side as well. So it's a very simple system, all the time keeping your hand behind those rods. It's a very simple system to use, and if this side isn't producing any results, what you would do is you would go through similar steps on the 30-degree back bevel, but it does include a DVD that looks like it was shot in the 80s, to be honest, but it has Mr. Sal Glesser himself in there. Seems like a really nice chap, and that could well be updated, but it does the job, and it's very, it sticks to the point, and it's very informational. Has all the information you need in the DVD, and it's on YouTube as well. It's here on YouTube, that video, so you can just go and watch that video here. And I'd probably suggest doing that. I did that before I bought the Sharpmaker system. So, and it also comes with an instruction booklet, which is very, very useful as well. Now, one of these will cost you around £59, £60. In America, probably set you back about $45, $50, something like that. It's definitely worth it. Without, hands down. Yeah, you might think, oh well, that's the price of a decent knife, or a knife that I wouldn't mind buying. But ask yourself this: if you've got, 3, 4, 5 knives, and you're thinking about knife collecting, and you use them and you appreciate them, how long is it going to be until you want to sharpen them? And what are you going to use to sharpen your 70, 80 pound knife? Exactly. So, and I've used plenty of sharpeners, stones, where you pull your blade through, and this one is just so user-friendly and easy to set up that it's just an incredible investment. One point I will make, in terms of maintenance, I do have a cleaning the rods video out. Hopefully it's out after this though, but when you're sharpening your knives, you may notice some grey discoloration on the rods, and all that is that's just the steel being taken off of the edge. Very simple to clean. Go and watch my rod cleaning video. Essentially all you do is you use some toothpaste, which is, I found, the best kind of thing, rather than like Sif or Jif or anything like that cleaner. I'd use toothpaste with one of those scouring pads, not a metal scouring pad, but a like one of those Brillo pads, and you just rub it underwater with the toothpaste. Just get some cheap toothpaste from 50p shop or something, and that works wonders. It gets the steel off, and then you're good to go. And I'd only do that once a month, or once every 2 months. It depends how often you want to sharpen your knives. But anyway, that's just a point. You can go watch the video about that. But I think it's incredible system and setup. A couple of things I will mention as well. You've got this side hole here that's also keyed in at I think it's a 12.5 degree angle, and that's mainly for scissors. So you can have that, and I've got ultrafine rod here, but you have that set up. Well, it probably won't work here, but it's set up, and then you can just sharpen your scissors on there. Again, on the base, you can put the rods in so that they're flat, and that's good for sharpening chisels. I think you have to put the rods in the other way so that it well, on the top of it, so that it gives you that slope. Anyway, I think it's a really excellent product that they've made. It has been around for quite a while. With the knives I've got, I don't see any kind of reason to be spending £100 or a couple of $100 on something that gets my edge at a specific angle. If I had Rockstead knives, or knives that cost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, we're talking £600 plus, then yeah, probably. But then if I had that kind of money, I'd also have that kind of money for like a sharpener, and this does the job. What I would also mention in terms of experience is it might not be worth it. sorry about that. It might not be worth sharpening, getting the ultra fine rods if your best blade steel is just 8CR 13 MOV or CTS BD1, something like that. Well, maybe not CTS BD1, but if you've got something like S30V, M4, LMAX, you know, the high grade steels, then it's worth getting the ultrafine. The reason why I say that is, yes, you can get an incredibly sharp edge on an 8CR 13 MOV, but because it's a softer steel, its edge retention isn't as good. So basically, you're paying more money for the rods to get a really sharp edge that's only going to last a couple of uses. But there we go. That's just another point. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for listening to me waffle on about this, but I just thought I'd get this out there because it's an excellent product and it's served me very well. If you have liked this video, please do comment, rate and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Take care.